Hey, good evening, everyone. We got Raymond Lyons here. I'm Wilson Tarpe Jr. Welcome to Wizards Outlook. I don't even want to put the score up here. The second night of a back-to-back. New, as Ray and Cardell mentioned last night, this was tough on the schedule. No matter what type of year Washington was going to have coming out of All-Star break, getting the reigning champs, and then one of the young upstart teams. OKC is beyond trending in the right direction. Got an MVP candidate of their own. That said, SGA led the Thunder past the Wizards 147-106. We've been talking about defense all year, right? They go up 30 points every quarter in this one. Every quarter. Every single quarter tonight. At least 30 points was surrendered. Where do you want to start with this?
We can start there. Like a 30 point quarter was the basement for OKC tonight. That's just super embarrassing, man. They shot pretty much 60% from the field, 50% from three, 81% from the line. At 30 assists as a team. Nobody on OKC had a negative plus minus. Nobody on the Wizards has a positive plus minus. So that's why the score looks the way it does. It's as soon as we think it's bad, it just gets worse. They came out last night and lost by 20. Then came out tonight and said, "Hold my beer," and doubled it up. It just nothing positive happened for the Wizards tonight. As I'm sure you people will be able to see from the final score. But yeah, man, it's just we say it every game, no resistance, man. SGA came out here and sleepwalked to 39-7, 10 for 17 from the floor, 9 for 9 from the free throw line, and was a plus 38 on the night.
Not only that, as much as that young man had the rock in his hands tonight, one turnover. And we know the load he carried, obviously shared with some other folks, but just one turnover. Just one. Chet, 25 and 10, and he was almost responsible for sparking that run. Like Washington fought back into it midway through the second quarter. It's getting close to half, and Washington cut into the deficit. It's like, okay, that's a good push to go, heading into the half. And then Chet sparked the run, and the Thunder closed the half very strong. And that was the end of that. But another good night from I don't think anybody on the Thunder had a bad night, honestly. All but 3 players that played tonight scored a point. And a lot of people touched the floor tonight for the Thunder at that.
Yeah.
Like Washington got good production from their bench in terms of having a Poole and Kispert, but Poole's still going through what he's going through, trying to find his way, obviously coming off the bench as an adjustment. I don't know how much you've seen on social media. Like that whole conversation is, who knew that was that big of a conversation on social media? I was shocked the past couple of days over that. Marvin Bagley with the double-double, but man, just some point you've been saying all year, someone has to put their foot down on that side of the ball. Like, I get it. It's ground zero. We know what's happening here. 30 points being a basement and points surrendered in a quarter tonight.
It can't go down this way. Like that's all I'm saying, man. You gotta at least vaguely resemble a professional basketball team. This ain't it. Yeah, man, this thing continues to snowball out of control. Like, and at this point, I'm just anxious to see how bad they're going to allow it to get. because they reach new heights in that area almost on a nightly basis. So yeah, man, it's going to be interesting.
And again, we know this was a tough back-to-back, what have you, no excuses at all. But as you said, just how bad can it get? I mean, you got Cleveland coming in your building on Sunday. You got Golden State, who arrows pointing up for them right now, coming into your building, I think, Tuesday. Knowing that you have this issue with that end of the floor, that's all I'm saying. Like, that's not a good thing. And the worst part is, and again, you've been saying this all year. We've seen multiple times this year capable of at least competing on that end. This is too many of these unacceptable nights, like on that end of the floor. Just too much. Like, do I expect you to beat the Thunder? Probably not. Like, this is a tough back-to-back. You got out there, you couldn't breathe last night. Even if you could breathe, that's arguably, is arguably the best team in the league. You knew what you were up against. You just had a top 10 pick. They didn't. They were holding the trophy over their head. But it's just, like you said, it can't be like this though. Player of the game. I feel bad having to ask.
It just looked effortless, man. Like,
nah, he's a problem.
Unbothered.
He's a problem.
Like, completely.
And a couple times when it looks like he is actually bothered, he just has another counter. It's like that's your reward is, let me go to my level 5 counter now because you stopped me at 3 or something. Like, it's ridiculous. Just the control and the poison which he plays at. No argument for me there. X Factor.
Boy.
Take your pick, man.
Yeah. Like you said, literally nobody on the Thunder had a bad game and wasn't productive.
Man, like,
everybody not named SGA.
I can't give the check.
I can't narrow it down. I can't
give the check because
that don't even feel right.
That's what you're supposed to do. Just their depth. That's who gets it tonight. X Factor. Their depth. Because they got to display their depth. And this back-to-back night seems displaying their depth. But yeah, for Washington, you get a couple days kind of get your head wrapped around it and, get home, get a night of sleep in your own bed or whatnot. And you got a team they've seen Cleveland several times this year already. And, we've seen how that's going a couple of times, but it's tough for them right now. So let me see real quick. So that's Cleveland on Sunday. Yeah, I go to State on Tuesday. Then you back on the road out to the West Coast, Lakers. And I know they're going through what they're going through, but you get Lakers and Clippers. Like, that's what post All-Star breaks look like. I forgot what rank it was, but I know I see the graphics talk about they had one of the strongest strength of schedules in the second half of the season, and they didn't lie. They didn't lie, but we appreciate y'all tuning in. That was a tough one. It was a tough one to digest there, and we'll see you guys Sunday after the Cavaliers game.